Yeah, once the injuries started happening, I was like, maybe I should start picking this up more. I started enjoying singing more. I sounded, I started like, I actually don't sound that bad. People were starting to tell me that. And I thought, well, maybe this is something I should look at. I think I learned like 2 or 3 songs in my first year, and I played those songs probably 500 times. Everybody in my residence hated me, like literally hated me because it's like the same song. Like if you talk to anybody,
Or the songs?
One was "Truth" by Jason Aldean.
Okay.
I think there was a Thomas Rhett song too that I learned.
Thomas, my boy. I like Thomas.
Yeah. It was nonstop because they're like 3-chord songs, so it was like easy. But yeah, so I did that, and then once the injury started coming, I was like, all right, I want to focus more on music. And I think it was the year before my 4th year going to training camp, I decided, actually the night before that.
You can look close to the mic if you want.
I'll
bring it to you. Yeah.
Perfect. The day before camp, I decided not to go. And,
was this your final year?
For my final year, yeah. It was hard. Like, my first year was, you pay your dues as a rookie, and I did all that. And my second year was looking very bright, and that I was having opportunities to start playing. I was starting to play, and then before I think it was homecoming for like Queens or something like that, I snapped my ankle. Took a whole year to redo it and get it back up, and then first play on the field.
Happened to me too, man.
Snapped
my second or third year, I just had a high ankle sprain, game 1 against Laurier, and I was just like on the verge of like starting in that spot, and then you're like, fuck, man,
start back at the bottom again.
Start at the bottom.
Are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
This is Fear Being Average podcast, man. You can do whatever you want.
You never know, man. Sometimes
you're like I have clothes on for this thing.
Sometimes we're like a children's festival, so you don't know.
This is true. This is true. But you gotta be authentic. Be Josh Ross.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it all started, and then I think it was in my 3rd year, a friend of mine, Will Finch, who also went to Nelson. We were good friends, and we started, kind of playing more. And we actually kind of formed like a duo.
Yeah, I saw that
moment.
Okay.
And released a song on iTunes that did decently well, in Canada, and because we had probably so much support from the London people, and then it just kind of got to the point where Will's, still really focused on football, and I was like, I really want to focus on music, so I started going my own way, and actually just saw him in town today, so I was just at his place before I came here. So,
there you go.
But yeah, so then I started doing that. Entered a few emerging artist competitions in 2016. I think I played one of those, and then 2017.
What was that whole process like?
It was weird because I didn't know anyone in country music in Canada at all. I was fortunate that the girl I was dating at the time, her dad, her stepdad, was a musician, and he kind of was showing me the ropes on some stuff and some players and things like that. But it really started to happen. I started reaching out to artists and stuff like that I knew were local artists, and it led me to a lady that did some management for an artist in London, and she kind of started help coaching me a bit and introduced me to people and to get videos done. So then I started doing cover videos, and those are what I used to apply to the festivals and that kind of stuff. So 2017 was probably my biggest year. I ended up getting into the Boots and Hearts Festival, which was really great. And
very cool.
I think the show was like 10,000 people and stuff like that.
What was that experience like? Because what was your largest previous show?
Gosh, I don't even know, 1,000, maybe 1,500. But I mean, it kind of feels all the same. I think the biggest thing was my experience at the time. I wouldn't say that I was too inexperienced to do it, but I was, I had only been really pursuing music for a couple of years at that point, where everybody in the competition had been playing since birth, or they were quite a bit older than I was. So that was definitely intimidating. But for me, it was if you play with better players on the field, it makes you better. So that's kind of what happened for me. I didn't win the Boots and Hearts thing.
So that was a contest.
Yeah, a contest. A friend of mine won, which is great for him. He's doing really well. And then now, then after that one, I did one in Lucknow. It's called Lucknow Music in the Fields, and I actually won that one, so that was good. So 2017 was a great emerging artist year. And then good friend now, but Aaron Goodvin, who's a country artist in Canada.
Good shit.
Yeah, he reached out to me because of the cover video.
Very cool.
And we started talking back and forth, and I was asking for advice, and he's like, why don't you come down here, and I would love to, work on a project with you. And I knew that after doing all the merging stuff, it was time to make some music. Doing covers, nobody wants to hear covers anymore, and that kind of stuff. So he brought me down there, and then amongst all that, he started having some really good successes in Canada with Lonely Drum and a few other songs.
I was gonna say, Lonely Drum's a good one.
And so he's like, I'm gonna be, not that he didn't want to work with me. He's like, I'd love to oversee things with you. His wife Victoria's been awesome. She's kind of doing my management stuff down there now. But he's like, I'm too busy. Let me introduce you to this guy named Greg Bates. And I the name right away. The name kind of rung with me, and I searched it. I'm like, oh, this guy had a top 5 U.S. song in 2000 when. Early 2000s when Florida Georgia Line came with Cruise and that kind of stuff. So
wow.
That's really cool that I get to work with somebody like that.
What was that song?
His song was Did It For The Girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was more traditional style country.
Not like pop country.
No, and that was right when like he went on radio tour when Florida Georgia Line was going on radio tour with like Cruise. But it's crazy, like Sam Hunt was opening for him.
Wow.
That stuff.
That's
like
pretty
that.
wild.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I mean that ended up being my producer on what I just finished a 13-month process of writing and recording. And so we locked down 5 songs, and hopefully we're just kind of trying to figure out now what the next steps are. I've been still going back and forth. I just got back 2 days ago for meetings, and just trying to figure out, a lot of people are doing like the single stuff now, or do you release a full project? And I'm kind of trying to see if I can maybe move down there for a little bit of time and all that fun stuff. So
how's that navigating that process? Because like obviously there's probably tons of people in your ear saying like, hey man, try this way, try that way. Like how do you?
It's hard because everybody. I love musicians, but musicians all have their, like, I like to say they have their own ear. Like everybody has their own ear for the sound they like, and I think opinions are kind of the same thing. And it's hard. I think ultimately I just got to go with my gut. I got to think, do I want to write songs for people in all North America or the world? Not that you can't do that from in Canada, but in Nashville it's such a magical town where it's like, if I was to go to the house next door and knock on the door, the chances are there's a few songwriters living in a house. So everybody's very tight community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different here. Like I live north of Toronto, Orangeville way, and I got to drive an hour and more to get into the city and try to find people that want to write and it's just not as easy.
Yeah.
Where there I can do 2 or 3 writes in a day and some.